This is the L2C Media Network, and this is Sports Final with Steve the Baxman Baxley. Sponsored as always, or presented as always, by our good friends over at the L2C Media Network. I'm Harry Von Stuck, your announcer, now live from the ever lovable Fred McLeod Sports Desk at our Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson. Trying to hook up our tally light. There we go. Here's Steve. Thank you very much, Harry. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Final. We are charged up. We're ready to go. I'm glad you're here with us. So, how's your day been? Very good. Fantastic. Let's get to it, shall we? Okay, and we still have a game going on right now. It's Thursday Night Football on Fox and the NFL Network. And wow, when we saw it, it was the Vikings pretty much owning it. Now, the Steelers have launched a little comeback. 2 minutes remaining in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings 36, Pittsburgh Steelers 28. We'll give you all the deets as soon as that game goes final. Let's get going with our usual fun-filled material, and that is a little basketball. For that, we give you the NC2A basketball. That's right. It's time for us to give you basketball, yeah? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's go to it. And here we go, by the way. All the scores we give you tonight, as always, sponsored and presented by the good folks at Caesars Sportsbook. Remember, we are all Caesars. Wow. Does that include women, or are the women Caesarettes? I don't know. We got a final just in. Arizona State over Grand Canyon, 67-62. Rutgers has upset Purdue. They were the number one ranked team. Now, well, they lost 70-68. Number 5, Gonzaga beat Merrimack 80-55. 23 ranked Seton Hall defeated 7th ranked Texas 64-60. 17th ranked Iowa State over Iowa 73-53. North Carolina State over Bethune-Cookman 65-48. Bellarmine over Asbury 87-55. Fordham over LIU 73-57. Kent State over Detroit Mercy 69-52. Nichols over Mississippi Valley 95-80. North Carolina Central over Carver 102-50. Hampton over William and Mary 54-53. Pittsburgh over Colgate 71-68. Southern University over Lindsey Wilson. Don't know who she was. 86-68. Wow. Palindrome. St. John of New York over Monmouth 88-83. New Mexico, as opposed to Old Mexico, over Denver 87-67. And Hawaii, I'm fine, how are you? Defeated Hawaii Pacific 88-52. Ooh. Ain't that deliciously lovely? Yes, it is. Okay, do we have the usual amentos? If not, maybe we should. Let's see if we can do it like this. Boom, boom. No. Let's see if that helps. Maybe it does. Hey, it do. Okay, let's get you all the ladies' scores. Yes, women do play basketball as well. Right now in the fourth quarter, 5:39 left to play. It's CSUN over, it's Portland over CSUN, 73-53. Georgia Tech beat number 3 UConn 57-4. Number 6, Arizona over North Dakota State, 59-47. Number 10, Indiana, a 91-58 winner over Fairfield. 13th ranked Michigan over Wisconsin, 93-81. DePaul over 14th ranked Kentucky, 94-85. 18th ranked Texas A&M over Texas Southern, 88-43. Eastern Kentucky over Chattanooga, 60-55. Southern Utah, what the hell's a Ute? Over Life Pacific, 93-42. Lafayette, you were here. So was UMBC, but you beat them 62-55. St. Bonaventure, 61-56 winner over Colgate. Can we stretch those out just a little bit more? Thank you. FGCU over you silly boy. There we go. Thank you. FGCU over Palm Beach Atlantic or Athletic. ATL. I think that's Atlantic. 80-52. Georgetown over George Washington, 68-63. That'll teach George about floating down the Potomac. Rowing the Potomac. Okay, so I blew the joke. High Point over King of Tennessee, 76-56. Wow. Villanova over James Madison, 76-67. Boston U, Merrimack Me, 66-52. Michigan State over Illinois, 75-60. Penn State over Rutgers, 52-48. Alabama over Samford without Sun, 72-47. Tennessee Tech over Western Carolina, 67-50. Arkansas over Jackson State, 66-62. Houston over Jacksonville State, 72-65. Northern Arizona over Grand Canyon, 108-77. SIUE over St. Louis, 63-57. Utah Valley over Montana, 63-50. Montana State over Montana St. Billings in 2 overtimes, 82-81. And that is it for the ladies. That is it for the men. But now we go to G League. That's right. Then we go to the NBA, and then we go completely nuts over the hockey area, and then everything else will fall into place like all of us know what we're doing. And luckily, on this show, we don't know what we're doing. We never will know what we're doing. Let's see. We're looking for the night. Thank you, boys. Okay, here are the games that were played and the final scores that are in. The Delaware Bluecoats over the Capital City Go-Go, 114-105. College Park Skyhawks over Long Island Nets, 117-98. Maine Celtics over Raptors in 905, 129-103. Birmingham Squadron over Lakeland Magic, 115-84. Her name was Memphis Hustle. I almost nailed the joke. Memphis Hustle defeated the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, 121-117. Austin Spurs over the Texas Legends, 125-98. And still in progress, about 9 minutes left to play in the third quarter. It is the Agua Caliente Clippers over the Santa Cruz Warriors, 66-56. You can see that game, of course, on ESPN Plus if you're a rich millionaire. Okay, that does it for that. Let's give you the NBA scoreboard. The boarded scores of the NBA as we say it. And only 3 games in the NBA. I'm physically disappointed. Utah Jazz over the Philadelphia 76ers, 118-96. Memphis Grizzlies over the Los Angeles Lakers, 108-95. Lakers better start doing something fast. We're nearing the halfway point of the season. San Antonio Spurs beat the Denver Nuggets 123-111, and that is your that is your big old basketball bonanza. That's right, your big old basketball bonanza. Now from the hard court to the hard synthetic ice. And there was a ton of games in the National Hockey League. Let's give them the applause that they deserve. If oh, there you are. Thank you very much. See, we have to get our own music because we can't actually play the actual theme song, so we have to play it on kazoo to avoid getting those copyright crackdowns. So here we go. A little late second version of the Hockey Night in Canada theme. Legal. Okay, here we go with the games that are still going on. By the way, most of them are in the second intermission. Like this one, for example, Winnipeg Jets over the Seattle Kraken, 1-0. And early in the second period, it is the LA Kings over the Dallas Stars, a 1-0. And we're getting close to the end of the second period. 9:57 left, so we've hit the halfway point of the second period. Minnesota Wild over the San Jose Sharks, 2-0. We got some final scores. Why don't we give them to you? The Anaheim Mighty Ducks in a shootout beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 2-1. Your three-star selezione were Gibson for Anaheim, 33 saves. Texier, or for those of you down south, Texier for Columbus, 1 goal, and Lundstrom for Anaheim, 1 goal. Linda Steele Chicago Blackhawks defeated the Montreal Canadiens 2-0. Fleury certainly was a Fleury, 30 saves. Allen for Montreal, 23 saves. By the way, Fleury for Chicago. I should have noted that. Allen for Montreal, 23 saves. And Toes for Chicago, 1 goal. Let's keep going. The defending Stanley Cup two-time champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning over the Toronto Maple Leafs, 5-3. Stamkos for Tampa Bay, 1 goal, 3 assists. Palat for Tampa Bay, 2 goals, 1 assist. And the case is never closed for Toronto. He only got 2 goals. So there we go. Nashville Predators beat the New York Islanders 4-3. Sissons for Nashville, 1 goal, 1 assist. Josie without the Pussycats again, 1 assist for Nashville. And Jeannot for Nashville, 2 assists. St. Louis Blues deposed the Detroit Red Wings 6-2. Walker for St. Louis, 3 goals. Lindgren for St. Louis, 29 saves. And Parayko bonsai'd with 1 goal. And the Boston Bruins beat the Edmonton Oilers by a score of 3-2. Drazotti, Drazold. I'll get his name right. Draisaitl for Edmonton, 2 goals. Ullmark for Boston, 41 saves. And DeBrusk for Boston, 1 goal. And in overtime, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Calgary Flames 2-1. Ow for Carolina, 2 goals. Hannafin for Calgary, 1 goal. And Slavin for Carolina, 1 assist. Now then, excuse me, we have to do it this way because we do that, and we do that. And we put that, and there we go with the NCAA hockey scores. Manly men. Let's go to the 2 games that are, well, 1 game that has, hold on a minute. We got to do it this way. Because the way we usually do it, it's sort of confusing. So here we go. In the Atlantic Hockey League, in Atlantic Hockey, Canisius over Niagara, 4-0. In Hockey East, number 12 Massachusetts over Merrimack, 3-2 in overtime. And in non-conference, Connecticut and AIC just getting underway. Go figure. Shall we go to the women? Yes, we shall. Why do we? Because we can. And the only women's hockey score we have in the NC2 Alpha is Penn State over New Hampshire, 3-0. And there you go. Your college hockey is done and dealt with. But right now we're going to go to the minors, and that only means the AHL, which is the American Hockey League, and the Ontario Hockey League. So we do scores now, and I speak a Russian accent. So let's rock and ride. There's only one game in the AHL, and was it a good one? The Chicago Wolves manhandled the Texas Stars and hung their scalp out. 8-4 was the final score. Congratulations to the Wolves. Scary, isn't it? Okay, let's get you to the Ontario Hockey League, folks, before we get pelted by pelts. That's what I was looking for, the word pelt. The word pelts, yes. Okay, we got the Ontario Hockey League. Do we have anything that looks like... There we go, thank you. Our boys are pretty good, you know that? Yes, they are. 2 games for tonight. Don't even need to do that. I just do this and say North Bay defeated the Sioux 5-4. And in overtime, Mississauga over Peterborough 2-1. That is your hockey. No, I'm serious. That was hockey. By the way, we have a final score, and Steeler fans, it sucks. Vikings beat the Steelers after being humiliated by the Detroit Lions. 36-28 was the final score. Steelers lose by 8. So, what do we do now? Simple. We go to headlines. And over the course of his 22-year career, Tom Brady has broken a lot of NFL records, but there is one record that he's still chasing, and if he ends up breaking it, it will definitely be notable, and that's because it's a record that Hall of Famer Peyton Manning considered unbreakable when he retired from football following the 2015 season. Now, the record is the most touchdowns by a quarterback-receiver duo in NFL history. The record is currently held by Manning and Marvin Harrison, who connected for 114 touchdowns during. That total includes 112 scores in the regular season and 2 touchdowns in the postseason. Now, when Manning held his retirement press conference in March of 2016, he was asked if he thought any of his records would stand the test of time, and his record with Harrison was the only one he felt might be unbreakable. After breaking dozens of records in his career, Brady is now within striking distance of breaking Manning's unbreakable record, and if he pulls it off, he'll be doing it with none other than Rob Gronkowski. Gronk! Now, with 2 touchdown passes to Gronk this week, the Buccaneers teammates have now combined for a total of 104 touchdowns, 90 in the regular season, 14 in the post. Although Brady and Gronk might not break the regular season mark, they definitely could pass Manning and Harrison's overall total of 114. Now, to break the overall record, Brady and Gronk would just need to combine for 11 more touchdowns. Now, granted, that might seem like a lot. It might happen more quickly than we think, and that's because Gronk has been a scoring machine this year. The Buccaneers tight end has scored 6 touchdowns in just 7 games, and at that pace, it wouldn't be surprising to see Gronk score 4 more touchdowns over Tampa Bay's final 5 games. If that happens, Brady's total touchdown count with Gronk will reach 108. After that, they'd also have the playoffs to add to their total. Now, Gronk is averaging 0.7 receiving touchdowns in his playoff career, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him tack on at least 1 more in the playoffs. Between regular season and playoffs, if Gronk and Brady combined for just 5 more total touchdowns this year, that would put them at 109, and they would need just 6 more to break the record. Now, at that point, Gronk and Brady would seem destined to break the record next season, but only if both of them return to the field next season. On Brady's end, it seems like a done deal. Brady has a contract that runs through the 2022 season. He's made it pretty clear that he wants to play out the deal. If he wins another Super Bowl, maybe he'll lean towards retirement, but probably not, since returning to the field would give him a chance to do something that no player in the NFL history has ever done. That's lead a team to 3 straight Super Bowl wins. Now, as for Gronk, his brother said back in September that the tight end will probably play as long as Brady does. So if Brady is coming back next season, Gronk will be there with him. Now, both guys returned. It's almost a given that Brady and Gronk will break the hollowed record held by Manning and Harrison. It won't be as easy to break the regular season record, but it could happen. Brady and Gronk currently need 22 touchdowns to pull that off, and although that's a challenging number to hit, they'll have 22 games to do it if both players return next season. 5 games this year, 17 next year. So Gronk would just need to average 1 touchdown per game, which is basically what he's doing this year. Not to mention, if Brady and Gronk play until 2023, then it's pretty much a lock that they'll break that record. And if so, we will then witness the total collapse of, no, I'm not even going to do it. It's not worth it. I was going to do see a total collapse of football, because that'll mean Tom Brady and the Buccaneers will probably win 2 or 3 more Super Bowls. It's amazing. The remainder of Randall Cobb's season is in jeopardy after Packers receiver underwent core muscle surgery last week, according to Rob Demovsky of ESPN. Packers believe that Cobb will miss several games, as he underwent surgery last week with the hope that he would be back for the postseason. Cobb excited the Packers' Week 12 win over the Rams after catching 4 or 5 targets for 95 yards and a touchdown during the first half. Packers coach Matt LaFleur told the media after the game that Cobb would miss time after sustaining a significant injury. I think they meant to put down exited the Packers' Week 12 win. Acquired by the Packers from the Houston Texans for a 6th-round pick this summer, Cobb has been a key cog in the Green Bay offense. The 11-year veteran caught 28 of 39 targets for 375 yards and 5 touchdowns during the season's first 12 games. He had multi-touchdown games during the Packers' victories over the Steelers and Cardinals. Now, Cobb has provided quarterback Aaron Rodgers with a familiar and reliable target in the slot that has allowed Davante Adams to make more plays on the outside. And that's not bad. Now, with Cobb recovering from his injuries, the Packers' passing game will lean more on Adams, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and Alan Lazard, and running backs Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Now, if he can't return this season, Cobb will be the second pass catcher the Packers have lost for the year after tight end Robert Tonyan tore his ACL in a Week 8 win over Arizona. Wow. Okay, while we have this moment, before we do anything more, we always do this at the Tailstone, Tail Moan, and Tailing Wrath. Tonight on Lost Bleeding Interwebs with humble Minnesota lawyer Nick Rakita, Iron Liz on Change the Channel, Indie Creation and Cancel Culture, and more. So that's coming up midnight on the Eastern Time Zone. Central Time is 11 p.m. And the rest of you, you know your math. Let's keep going with the headlines, and then we won't sugarcoat much. We got college football awards, and here are the winners for them awards. Let's start first with the Maxwell Awards. We had college football awards. The Gamers have the Game Awards all tonight. You'll hear about the Game Awards Sunday at 11 o'clock. We go live to tape on Spreaker.com with Last Call Cafe with yours truly, Jay the Brain Man, and Matthew the Wizard Nichols. We go live to tape at 11 o'clock on Spreaker.com. Please enjoy. And at midnight, we're on right here on YouTube. Okay, let's give you the awards. Maxwell Award. The Maxwell Award, Player of the Year, went to Bryce Young of Alabama. The Walker Camp Award went to Walker Camp Player of the Year Award went to Kenneth Walker III of Michigan State. The Home Depot Coach of the Year Award went to Luke Fickell of Cincinnati. The Jim Thorpe Best Defensive Back Award went to Kobe Bryant, C-O-B-Y, Bryant of Cincinnati. The Davey O'Brien Best Quarterback Award, Bryce Young of Alabama. The Remington Award for Best Center, Tyler Linderbaum of Iowa. Lou Groza, Best Place Kicker, Jake Moody, Michigan. Butkus Award, Best Linebacker, Nakobe Dean, Georgia. The Doak Walker, Best Running Back, Kenneth Walker III, Michigan State. Hurrah. Okay, best wide receiver, the Blitnikoff Award goes to Jordan Addison of Pittsburgh. John Mackey Award, best tight end, Trey McBride, Colorado State. Outland Trophy, best interior lineman, Jordan Davis, Georgia. Ray Guy Award for the best defensive player of the year, Jordan Davis, Georgia. Yay. Let's see, did I mention? Oh, the Ray Guy Award, best punter, Matt Araiza of San Diego State. Bronco Nagurski Defensive Player of the Year Award trophy went to Will Anderson of Alabama. Burlsworth Top Former Walk-On Award goes to Grant Morgan of Arkansas. Disney Spirit, the most inspirational, Trey Tipton, Pittsburgh. William V. Campbell Academic Heisman Trophy winner was Charlie Kolar of Iowa State. The Werfel Trophy for Community Service, Isaiah Sanders, Stanford. And the Broyles Award for the Best Assistant Coach, Josh Gaddis of Michigan. Congratulations, one and all. That's right. Those are your 2021 College Football Award winners. Huzzaki. Okay. Speaking of college football, and here we go. Oregon has asked for permission from UCLA to speak with Coach Chip Kelly about the Bucks coaching vacancy, according to John Canzano of the Oregonian. In doing so, it appears Oregon is serious about making a splash hire of its own to counter USC's recent move of swiping Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. Bob Mullins made it clear that he would conduct a nationwide search after Mario Cristobal left to take the same job at Miami, but as Canzano notes, targeting Kelly signals that a more familiar name from may be of interest. Kelly, of course, was the head coach of the Ducks from 2009 to 2012 and served as Mike Bellotti's offensive coordinator in 2007 and 2008. During his memorable four-year run as head coach in Eugene, Kelly compiled a 46-7 record, won 3 straight Pac-12 championships, and made an appearance in the 2011 BCS championship game against Auburn. The Ducks notched consecutive top-5 finishes in Kelly's final 3 seasons, and the noted offense guru never lost more than one conference game in any of his 4 seasons. Now, since arriving at UCLA prior to the 2018 season, Kelly has amassed a less than successful 18-25 record with the Bruins. However, UCLA enjoyed a breakthrough season in 2021, going 8-4, and earning a Holiday Bowl berth against number 18 North Carolina State. The Bruins ranked atop the Pac-12 in scoring offenses at 36.5 points per game and second in total offenses at 441.3 yards per game. Following the 2012 season, Kelly answered the call to the NFL, first with the Eagles of Philadelphia, then with the 49ers of San Francisco. He went 26-21 with the Eagles from 2013-2015. Notching back-to-back 10-6 efforts in his first 2 seasons and a playoff appearance. In 2013, he was fired by the Eagles with 1 game left in the 2015 season after a 6-9 record. He took over the 49ers following season, but was fired after a 2-14 record. Kelly apparently isn't the only candidate for the Ducks vacancy, with Canzano reporting that Cal coach Justin Wilcox interviewed for Oregon on Thursday. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, another college football little musical. One of the season's biggest fake outs has now become permanently banned, at least for the postseason. Reacting to Pittsburgh quarterback Kenny Pickett's dazzling scoring run in the ACC championship game, The NC2A sent a rules interpretation Thursday that bans the so-called fake slide by ball carriers. NC2A Secretary Rules Editor Steve Shaw sent an email blast to officials adding language to Rule 12-3-3 that deals with dead balls and loose balls. The interpretation told officials the ball will become dead if a ball carrier simulates or fakes as if he will begin a feet-first slide. Pickett's 58-yard touchdown run to open scoring in the ACC championship game went viral when he decked a Wake Forest defender by briefly simulating a slide. Pickett later admitted to the tactic, which until Thursday wasn't covered by the rules, but now it is. Naughty. Officials were concerned that defensive players who had been taught to let up when a quarterback slides will keep attacking, knowing that they could be faked out. Ooh. Now, the ban does not provide for a penalty to be called. Rather, it allows officials to blow the play dead at the spot. The official's call will not be reviewable. The rule changed with the Army-Navy game on Saturday. Bowl season, the college football playoffs, and postseason competition at the FCS Division II and Division III levels. It'll be taken up for a full review next spring by the Rules Committee. A mid-season interpretation or adjustment to its rules is common, so says Shaw. And you're probably asking, hey, who are the most valuable NHL franchise? Well, according to Forbes, the New York Rangers are the most valuable NHL team. That's right. In addition, Rangers have become the first NHL team to be valued at over $2 billion. Ooh. Maple Leafs were rated as the second most valuable team at $1.8 billion, and the Montreal Canadiens in third at $1.6 billion. So here's where all the 32 teams ranked on the list. We've given you the Rangers, Leafs, and Canadiens. Blackhawks fourth with $1.4 billion. Boston Bruins fifth, $1.3 billion. Philadelphia Flyers sixth. Edmonton Oilers seventh at $1.1 billion. Los Angeles Kings $1 billion. Detroit Red Wings $990 million. New York Islanders $950 million. Washington Capitals in 11th, $930 million. Pittsburgh Penguins 12th at $900 million. 13th, the new Seattle Kraken at $875 million. Vancouver Canucks in 14th at $825 million. New Jersey Devils in 15th, $775 million. Dallas Stars 16th, $720 million. Vegas Golden Knights 17th at $710 million. Calgary Flames 18th, $680 million. Minnesota Wild in 19th, $675 million. 20th, the two-time Stanley Cup defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning at $650 million. 21st, St. Louis Blues at $640 million. 22nd, Colorado Avalanche, $630 million. 23rd, San Jose Sharks, $625 million. 24th, Anaheim Mighty Ducks, $620 million. 25th, Nashville Predators, $600 million. 26th, Winnipeg Jets, $175 million. 27th, Carolina Hurricanes, $550 million. 28th, the Ottawa Senators at $525 million. Buffalo Sabres, 29th at $500 million. Columbus Blue Jackets, 30th at $475 million. Florida Panthers, 31st at $450 million. And finally, the Arizona Coyotes at $400 million. Wow. Now, no NHL franchise had a decrease in value over the past calendar year, despite the threat of COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, the Edmonton Oilers saw the largest increase by doubling their value up to $1.1 billion. Not bad. We are, as we say, we are live. We're hot mic. Okay, let's keep going here, and we'll finish this up in a scorer's scrunch. Hello, my little angel. You can hear her meowing. Yes, it's my little angel. That's Uno meowing. Okay, let's go to our international desk and give you some scores from soccer in the Champions League Group F. Villarreal over Atalanta, 3-2. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like to say something? Well, that's going to make the replay fun. Europa League in Group A, Lyon and the Rangers tied at 1. Sparta Prague over Brondby 2-0. In Group B, Real Sociedad beat Eindhoven 3-0. Sturm Graz and Monaco tied at 1. We'll go like this. Sturm Graz and Monaco tied at 1. Group C, Legia Warsaw lost to Spartak Moscow 1-0. Napoli over Leicester City 3-2. In Group D, Freiburg and Eintracht Frankfurt tied at 1. Royal Antwerp defeated Olympiacos 1-0. Group E, Lazio and Galatasaray tied at goose eggs. Marseille over Lokomotiv Moscow 1-0. In F, and I do mean F, right? Absolutely. There you go. Group F, Lugort, Razgrad, and Midtjylland tied at 0. Sporting Braga and Red Star Belgrade tied at 1. In Group G, Celtic over Real Betis 3-2. Ferencvárosi over Bayer Leverkusen 1-0. In Group H, Genk lost to Rapid Vienna 1-0. Dynamo Zagreb beat West Ham United 1-0. International friendlies, Mexico and Chile tied at 2. And Uganda beat Tanzania 2-0. Getting comfortable, Luno? In Williams in Women's Champions League in Group C, Koog over Hoffenheim over Koog 2-1. Barcelona over Arsenal 4-0 in Group C. In Group D, it was Bayern Munich over Haken 5-1 and Lyon over Benfica 5-0. Do we have any media? Yes, we do have a little media to report, so let us do that. Then we wrap it up with our usual. Yes, we're going to wrap it up, sweetie. All righty. Well, this was fun. If you watched it on FS1, we'll explain. They had a college basketball game. There's been a push for cutting down on the cost of producing live games for TV, but that's become particularly apparent lately, whether it's with questionable production trucks for Pac-12 games or questionable cameras for MLS matches, or with the general uptick in remote broadcasts, which were happening even before 2019, and since then have often been framed as a pandemic safety measure, but they're not always accurate. There's a lot going on that provoked complaints from viewers used to higher standards. The latest discussion here comes around the number 23rd Seton Hall Pirates 64-60 men's basketball home win over the number 7 Texas Longhorns tonight. A game that was broadcast on Fox Sports 1, but a game that featured remote announcers, no on-screen shot clock for the first half, and many other problems. Here's a little commentary about that as my cat decides to jump off my back. Timothy Burke tweeted, among other issues, there was no on-screen shot clock for the first half. There is clearly visually an electric atmosphere, but you cannot tell that from the audio at all. A complete disconnect. Wow. How about more? Would you like more? Well, we'll give you more. Rob Doster said, great game, and the Seton Hall under 4 timeout playlist was thumping. Fun atmosphere here. Imagine if the FS1 broadcast showed any of that. He also said, I'd love to know what the hell is going on right now. Has TV said anything about the delay? Ew. Jeff Borzello. Hell of a finish coming up. Seton Hall up 2 on Texas at the under 4 timeout. Pirates have had chances to extend the lead, been over 4 minutes since Texas last scored. Trey Mitchell has been fantastic for Longhorns. Seton Hall dialed in defensively in the second half. Broadcast crew, another person, MJ Dermarinis. Broadcast crews reporting on the Seton Hall, Texas, like it's a message board, rumor mill, complete with random posts about hijacking the topic to kill time. Paul Roper, watching FS1's coverage of Seton Hall, Texas, and the broadcast crew has no idea what's going on during the delay because they're 3,000 miles away in LA. Stop putting broadcasters in studios to save a buck. I personally do agree. Now, at this point, remote broadcasts are probably not going away entirely, but they do often come with a significant decline in quality from announcers unable to see what's happening in the building apart from TV feeds. Say nothing of what happens when a camera feed is lost, and the pandemic excuses really don't play. Now, absolutely, there are still concerns with having people gather together, including at sporting events, but all broadcast networks have made it very clear that they'll take the risk of sending in-person announcers when they deem it worthy. So at this point, it's really a discussion about which games deserve the superior in-person announcer treatment. And it's curious that Fox Sports decided not to do that for a ranked-on Texas Seton Hall matchup, and we happen to agree. Okay, some non-sporting news. Pat McAfee is reportedly getting an absurd amount of money through a new FanDuel sponsorship deal. Would you like to hear about that? Okay, we'll do that. We'll give you a little lesson. That's right, Pat McAfee, who used to be with the NFL, now does his turn being a clown for WWE. Yes, I said clown. Pat McAfee's stunning rise through the ranks of the sports media world has come with a new sponsorship agreement with FanDuel. Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network reports that the 4-year contract with an editions of MLB contracts these days was called a massive deal. Would you like to know how massive? Yeah, I would. $30 million per year. That's massive. In a video announcing the new deal, McAfee confirmed the length of the contract. He didn't confirm its value, though, and also announced various six-figure donations to charity, bonuses to staff, and gifts for his parents. I'm his uncle. No, I'm not. Man, he announced $30 million. You know how many folks are going to claim to be a relative? I'd keep it quiet. Our folks at Amazon are stoking the flames again. That's right. As Amazon makes more of a push into sports, adding live events to documentaries, the streaming outlet is looking to create a daily platform for its sports programming. Hey, maybe they'll take a little unknown YouTube show. According to Andrew Marchand of the New York Post, Amazon is in the process of developing studio sports shows with the intention of creating a daily lineup. And the company is talking to an established producer of such programming to produce these shows, aiming to launch with a morning program. You'll never guess. That's right. Michael Davies is Embassy Row. That's right. The company he founded. Michael Davies, as we all know, is one half of Men in Blazers, and it's owned by Sony Pictures, is in discussions with Amazon Prime Video to produce the studio shows for Amazon. Among sports shows Embassy Row has created and produced are the aforementioned Men in Blazers for NBC Sports and Good Morning Football for NFL Network. The operation also has produced a variety of programming for ABC, Bravo, Food Network, Game Show Network, and AM. Marchand emphasizes that no agreement has yet been formalized between Amazon and Embassy Row. Other production companies are also under consideration, though none were named. Adding sports studio programming with news analysis and commentary could be a valuable alternative to the debate-filled POS on ESPN and the stuff on FS1. It could be appealing to fans, but when fans can't find sports-specific studio coverage on league-owned networks like NFL Network, MLB Network, NBA TV, and the NHL Network, will Amazon be that destination for sports viewers? The company may not care as long as such programming entices people to sign up for Amazon Prime. At the very least, studio shows could be complementary to whatever sports content Amazon adds to its catalog. They already have sports programming through its All or Nothing docu-series, which has been devoted to the NFL, Premier League, soccer, NHL, college football, and rugby. As an NFL show seems like a certainty to go along with Thursday Night Football coverage, NBC Roll already works with the NFL Network for Good Morning Football, and if Amazon buys a stake in NFL media to be as high as 49%, plenty of contact from NFL Network, Red Zone, and NFL.com will be available for a studio show. Soccer is a strong possibility, with Amazon acquiring UK rights to Premier League matches in addition to offering UEFA and NWSL coverage through Paramount Plus. Boxing coverage available through Showtime, and UFC pay-per-views have previously been available on Prime Video. Perhaps a wrestling show would coincide with the variety of wrestling documentaries available on Amazon Prime. They have also taken steps in a local coverage with New York Yankee and Seattle Sounders broadcast. Ooh wee, ooh ah ah. Okay, wow. That was a lot to say. Now, I think we'll do this one story tomorrow because I notice our time is fleeting. That's right, time is fleeting, and you know what that means. We do have to go to a segment here on Sports Final, and please remember that on Christmas week, our name gets changed as we extend and expand to further annoy your brain cells and turn them into a well, I don't know, maybe a feng shui apartment. That's right, folks, and we're going to call it Steve's Sporty Balls. That's right. Thank you, Mandy Summers, for giving me the idea, and it's been in my head and, of course, in our promos. So now the Sporty Balls are front and center. So let's get going on the boy, this is a lot of things. So let's just there we are. Let's go to basketball. In the Euro League, it was Fenerbahce over Zenit Petersburg, 86-80. CZM over Olympiacos, 81-76. Bayern over Anadolu Efes, 83-71. Unix Kazan, an 85-74 win over Maccabi Tel Aviv. Baskonia over Lyon Villeurbanne in 91-66. In hockey, thank you. In hockey, how are you? Thank you very much. In Sweden, Vaxjo over Djurgårdens in penalty shots, 3-2. Farstad over Brynäs, 2-1. Frölunda over Leskens, 4-2. Linkopings and Oskarshamn was abandoned at 1-1. In overtime, it was Luleå over Rogel, 3-2. And Skellefteå over Timrå, 5-2. And we got some updates for you. 15 minutes in the third period. Winnipeg leads Seattle 2-0. Jets over the Kraken. And in the second intermission, it's the Kings over the Stars 1-0. And in the minute into the third period, it's Minnesota Wild over San Jose Sharks 3-0. And in Finland, blah, 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 blah. Helsinki over Turku 5-2 in hockey. And in cricket, in the Ashes, England trails by 151 runs with 8 wickets remaining in the second innings. So there you go. And repeating the final score on Thursday Night Football, Minnesota over Pittsburgh 36-28. And friends, that is going to wrap things up for us tonight here on our broadcast. We thank you for tuning in. Wow, we did it all, and with time remaining. So we're just going to say our good nights to you. We will see you tomorrow at the same time, where everything will be funnier and more saner. Yeah, right. We're going to be the same. We're going to be the same old folk that you love to laugh. We're going to do the same thing. Give you all score. Yeah, live. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, and we hope you'll tune in. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. For Harry Von Stuttgart and our entire crew, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk at the Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson, saying this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports and YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Take care, be well, shalom, adios, aloha, and see ya.